The hidden geometry of the human body in nude painting. Is the human body random in shape, or is there hidden structure beneath what we see? For artists, the answer is clear. The human figure is built on geometry. Not obvious geometry like rulers and straight lines, but subtle relationships of proportion, balance, and rhythm. When artists begin studying the nude, they often think they are learning to draw what they see. But over time, they realize something deeper. They are learning to see structure. Every figure begins with simple forms. Circles for the head, ovals for the torso, cylinders for limbs. These basic shapes help artists understand how the body is constructed in space. Before details come proportion. Before proportion comes structure. Classical artists believed the human body followed ideal mathematical relationships. They studied ratios between head, torso, and limbs to create harmony and balance. Even today, these ideas remain useful, not as strict rules, but as guiding principles. When a figure feels right in a painting, it is often because these underlying relationships are balanced. But geometry in art is not only about measurement. It is also about flow. The human body is full of natural curves and directional lines. The spine creates a gentle S shape. The limbs extend in dynamic angles. The shoulders and hips form opposing tilts that create stability and movement. Artists often describe this as rhythm, a visual movement that guides the viewer's eye through the figure. In nude painting, this rhythm becomes especially important because there are no clothing distractions. The body itself becomes the entire composition. Every angle matters. Every connection between forms matters. When artists simplify the figure into geometric structure, they are not reducing its beauty. They are understanding it more clearly. This understanding allows them to build more convincing and expressive paintings. Even abstract artists rely on this hidden geometry. They may distort proportions or simplify forms, but the underlying structure still guides the work. Without it, the figure would lose coherence. With it, even simplified forms feel alive. Another important aspect of geometry in figure painting is balance. The human body constantly shifts weight. When a person stands, one side is usually more active than the other. This creates natural asymmetry. Artists study these weight shifts carefully to make poses feel stable and believable. A slight tilt of the pelvis, a relaxed shoulder, a bent knee carrying weight. These small relationships define the entire sense of posture. Geometry in the human body is not rigid. It is dynamic. It changes with every movement. And that is what makes it so fascinating for artists. Because the challenge is not to force the body into perfect shapes. It is to understand how structure and movement exist together. In the end, the hidden geometry of the human body is not something we usually notice when we look at a person. But artists see it constantly. It is the foundation beneath expression, the silent framework beneath emotion. And once it is understood, it changes the way every figure is seen and painted.